G'day guys, welcome to this NRL Round 15 predictions for 2019 guys. So this one's going to be a great season because since we had the international games, like 3 games, plus you got the Women's State of Origin and the Men's State of Origin Game 2, which was Women's Game 1, but it was only the one game. So let's get started guys with the brilliant games, upcoming games for this week's round 15 predictions. Let's get started guys. So the first game of this round sees the West Tigers taking on the South Sydney Rabbitohs here. This one's going to be an absolute great game. Two tough teams are an absolute dominated side. With Corey Thompson in that starting side, you've got like Benji Marshall, probably Robbie Farah. I'm not sure about that. But obviously you got like other players too. But like I do think Adam Reynolds, also Cody Walker. You got like other players too, but I'm not sure which ones. But I reckon I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs here by 8 points here. They are going to just get that strong win here. They're going to click for this one, and I think that the West Tigers, they're going to struggle with this game, and I reckon that they're going to win this first half, and then, yeah, I reckon that the Rabbitohs here will win the second half, and they'll get it by 8 points. But I do think this one's going to be a great game at Bankwest Stadium. This one's going to be an absolute great match, seeing at the new stadium at Parramatta. This one's going to be an absolute great game. I know I'm saying it, but this one's going to be an absolute great clash, seeing the West Tigers up against the Rabbitohs. This one's going to be an absolute 10 out of 10 game, an absolute cracker of a match, seeing that team. But I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs here by 8 points, and they're just going to dominate the West Tigers here, and I just think they're going to click for this one, and West Tigers will just probably fail here, but I reckon that the Rabbitohs won't have that fail to like get errors, but yeah, I think Rabbitohs will be too. I reckon they'll just get the job done here, and I just reckon that they'll just put so many points on the West Tigers here, and I'll win by I don't know how many, but I reckon I'll win by probably 14, but I'm going to go with 8 here, so Rabbitohs by 8 points here. Second game of this round sees the Dragons up against the Cowboys. Now, I don't know what to think. Dragons are like a good side, but sometimes they can fail a bit. But what you got is the Cowboys, which they are a good quality side, but they are having a bit failed with injuries, and what you think like with Nene McDonald is out for the season. But like I do think that Zach Lomax is absolutely playing his great game. What you got is Ben Hunt that is absolutely playing his great game too. But in the State of Origin, he's just playing like terrible. But yeah, I reckon that this one here is going to be a great game to see this one taking place in Wynn Stadium. But I do think that the Dragons, they're going to get the job done here by 10 points. And yeah, this is going to be a great game. But Cowboys, they are struggling a bit with the injuries. You got like Scott Bolton, Nene McDonald, Jordan McLean, all those people that have got injured. You got like Ben Hampton too. I'm not sure about him because he is injured probably because I've heard about him. But yeah, I'm just reckon that like here at Wynn Stadium, we'll get the job done. The Dragons here will definitely put so many points on, but I reckon they'll just get the job done here by 10 points here, and I think that the Dragons will probably lose at half-time, and then they'll come back in the second half to win that game by 10 points. Third game of this round sees the Roosters up against the Melbourne Storm at Adelaide Oval. This one's going to be an absolute fighter of a match. Two tough teams that go up against each other with a brilliant attitude, brilliant power, brilliant speed. And what you got is so much players which you have seen in this upcoming match with James Tedesco, an absolute, he's an absolute great player. I cannot believe he usually plays for the Tigers, but he moved on and played for the Roosters now. So yeah, I do think that he's gonna put some points on, but this one's going to be an absolute epic match to see Roosters and Storm. But I reckon that Suliasi Vunivalu and Josh Adokar will get, well, I'm not sure. I reckon Josh Adokar will get that intercept try, and I reckon that he's going to lead by 12 points here. But I do think that, like, the Roosters, they are going to put some points on, especially the Storm, but they two quality sides. They're an absolute fighter, like in the absolute top of the ladder, which is the Melbourne Storm. I don't know about the Sydney Roosters though, because they have lost a couple of games, but they are the best quality side, which you've got like so many players. They are playing really well, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the Roosters here because like you've got a couple of players that they are out and are not going to get the job done here because Luke Keary, I know he's out for a couple of weeks. You've got like also a couple of players too, but I'm not sure about the rest. But like Melbourne Storm, I don't know what to think. Best team in the competition, best defense, best attacking ability. I do not think that the Roosters can beat the Melbourne Storm here, and I reckon the Melbourne Storm will get the job done here by 12 points, and I reckon they'll get the job done by how many? I reckon probably more, even more than 12. I reckon, I don't know, but Josh Adokar is probably going to get the lead here, and I reckon he's going to put a couple of tries, like probably 2 tries, but I don't know, I'm not sure, but I reckon this one's going to get the job done. I reckon the Melbourne Storm will get the job done at Adelaide Oval, and I reckon they'll seal the deal here by 12 points. The next game of this round sees the Titans up against the Manly Sea Eagles. Now, I think this one's going to be an absolute, the easiest one here. I do think the Manly Sea Eagles are going to put some points on, but I don't know. But I'm going to go with the Titans here by 6 points. They'll get the job done here, but I reckon only 1 try will seal the deal here, and I reckon either Anthony Don or Dale Copley will definitely get this try to seal the deal, and I reckon that Dale Copley would just probably get 2, but I'm not sure. But I reckon the Manly Sea Eagles, they have got the ability with Kate Cuss, Tom Trbojevic, you've got Daly Cherry Evans, great forward packs, but I reckon the Titans, they are struggling a bit, but I'm just going to give it a try. I reckon that this one's going to be a trial, and I reckon that the Titans, they are going to get the job done here by 6 points. Yeah, only 1 try will seal the deal, and I reckon that, yeah, this one's going to be an epic fighter of a match. But yeah, over at Cbus Super Stadium in Robina and Gold Coast, so I reckon this one's going to be an absolute fighter of a match, but seal the deal is going to be an absolute great game. Seeing so many fans at Cbus Super Stadium will absolutely get the job done. But I reckon the Gold Coast Titans will definitely get the job done here by 6 points. And yeah, this one's going to be an absolute fighter of a match at Gold Coast. But yeah, what can you do really? But Titans, they are an absolute great team. But yeah, I don't know what to think. But Titans by 6 points. The next game of this round sees the Knights up against the Broncos here. Now, this one's going to be an absolute great game. Like really, the Knights are an absolute great team because they have won so many matches. But you've got the Broncos, which are falling apart with like Wade Bennett moving to another club coaching the Rabbitohs. With James Roberts moving to another club, which is the Rabbitohs also. You've got the Broncos... You've got like the Broncos. I do not think that you got like the Knights, but the Broncos, they are an absolute great team, but they are falling apart also. But the Newcastle Knights, I do not think that they are like falling apart because they are a great team. Because you've got like Kalen Ponga, you've got like Mitchell Pearce, Lachlan Fitzgibbon, and I reckon like Harmel Hunt. He's an absolute great player too because I've seen him. He scores like a couple of tries. Sometimes he plays shit, sometimes he doesn't. But I do think that he's playing great. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Newcastle Knights here by 4 points. I reckon they'll get the job done, and I reckon they'll miss the goal. But only one try will seal the deal, and I reckon they'll miss the goal here. And I reckon, yeah, this one's going to be an absolute great match. But I have been to Newcastle Stadium before, and it's absolutely really big. But with the crowd, it's absolutely extremely insane. But I don't know what to think. Like really, that stadium is an absolute great stadium though. But I don't know what to think though. But like really, I'm just gutted by the Broncos because sometimes they are falling apart a bit. They're not like extremely playing that good, but then you got Corey Oates, which always scores tries. But then you got Darius Boyd, which sometimes he like hurts himself. But then like you got like also Jermaine Asako, which he sometimes drops the ball. But then I don't know what to think. Like literally, they are a great side, but then they play good, then they play shit. But then yeah, so I'm going to go with the Newcastle Knights here by 4 points, and I reckon they'll get the job done here. Okay, the next game of this round sees the Eels going up against the Canberra Raiders. Oh my god, I am gonna be gutted if the Eels lose here, but going up against the Raiders, they are an absolute dominant team, which we always lose against the Raiders. But TIO Stadium in Darwin, this one's going to be a good match though. But I don't know what to think though. Going up against the Canberra Raiders here, I don't think we're going to get this one by the Parramatta Eels. I don't know, because last time we played against the Canberra Raiders here, we have lost 19 points to nil. That one was an absolute embarrassing loss. But I don't know what to think though. But I'm going to go with the Canberra Raiders here by 8 points. I reckon I'll get the job done here. But Canberra Raiders, you're an absolute great team. But with Josh Hodgson returning back, we'll definitely lose. But here we go, guys. This is going to be an absolute stunner for you guys. Dylan Brown is returning back to the Parramatta Eels playing side, so he will be playing for you guys. But I'm not sure if he will play the Eels up against the Raiders. But I don't know what to think. But Raiders by 8 points will definitely get the job done here. Bailey Simonson is absolutely playing a great game. You've got like also Jordan Rapana, which sometimes he has playing a great game. He sometimes being a bit quiet because I don't really see him score tries. But then you got Bailey Simonson, which is absolutely fast. Then you got that agility and speed, which he's so smart. But then going up against Chance Nickel-Clockstead is absolute great player. But then I don't know, going up against the Raiders is an absolute hard game to watch. So I'm going to go with the Raiders here by 8 points. But I reckon the Eels, I'm not sure about this game. This one just isn't going to be right, and I reckon the Raiders will win here by 8 points, because I don't think the Eels would definitely get the job done, because last time we played against them, we have lost so many games against this Raiders side. But then, I don't know, like, literally, this one's going to be an absolute great match though, but Raiders, you are a great side, you're a big threat, but yeah. I'm going to go with the Raiders here by 8 points, and I reckon they'll get the job done here. Second last but not least sees the Warriors up against the Panthers. Now this one's going to be an absolute great game here. I do not think the Panthers will definitely get this one here, because going up against the Warriors, since we had that international game, I just reckon the Warriors will win here by 6 points, and you've got that agility and speed, which that means Roger Tuivasa-Sheck would definitely get over the line sometimes. But then you've got like Cody Nikorima, but like Chanel Harris-Tavita does play, but sometimes he just doesn't play that good, but he's just a new player, which he has that spark and speed, but then you got like drop balls, a lot of miscarries, but then I don't know what to think though. But then going up against the Panthers, sometimes they lose, sometimes they don't, because they are struggling a bit. But going up against them, which they are in the bottom of the ladder, not very, very bottom of the ladder, but I don't think that this one here is going to be an absolute great game though, because I do think that the Panthers will probably have an upset, and I reckon they'll win that one. But then, I don't know, but literally I'm going to go with the Warriors here by 6 points. I reckon they'll get the job done here, because the Panthers, they are really good. They are a strong side, but then you got like the Warriors, which they are in New Zealand, in Auckland, Mount Smart Stadium here. But then, I don't know. This one's going to be an absolute great game though. I do not think that like the Warriors are just going to get a win here, but I don't know what to think. Like, I reckon this one's going to be a great game, but the Warriors here by 6 points will definitely get the job done here. Last but not least, sees the Bulldogs up against the Cronulla Sharks. I do think this one's going to be an absolute great match. I don't know what to think about the Bulldogs, because they are playing with sloppy defence. I don't know what to think though, because the Bulldogs, they are just so terrible at the moment, because every single time I play with the, like, not, what I mean is not play with them, I mean like as in, like, playing with their heart and soul. But I reckon this one here, going up against the Cronulla Sharks, they are playing with their heart and soul, because every time I see them, they have beaten my Parramatta Eels. But I don't know what to think, because Bulldogs, they are playing sloppy. They are not playing with their heart. Every time I see you guys, you're just so like shit and stupid. But I don't know what to think, guys, because literally you guys are not playing well. You're playing fake football, and I don't know what to think, because Cronulla Sharks, they are an absolute great side, but I'm going to go with the Cronulla Sharks here for 12 points. I reckon I'll get the job done at ANZ Stadium to beat the Bulldogs. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I will be posting more videos soon. But unfortunately I couldn't be outside because it just started raining. But yeah, I will be vlogging more videos. But I will be watching the Eels and Raiders, but only in the Leagues Club. But I don't know what to think, guys, because the Bulldogs, they are so stupid. But thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. I will be posting more videos soon. Lots of my videos will be up very shortly, which will be in the afternoon. But thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care.